Hello, I am back. So, if you clicked on this video, I'm assuming that you want to know how to make a life counter. Now, if you're wondering what a life counter is, I don't know if it's already been a thing, but I feel like, have you ever played Mario? You know, like Super Mario Bros? Well, you know how when you die and you run out of lives, you get a game over? This is basically all that is, except the game over is it putting you into spectator mode. Now, I tried searching this up on YouTube a few years ago, because before I knew how to do this, and I couldn't find anything. So I'm going to make this tutorial to show other people who want to actually do what I wanted to do, how to do it. So, because I was pretty pissed off, to be honest, over the fact that I couldn't find anything but how to make a stupid death counter. I do not want a death counter, I want a life counter. Okay, anyway, so the first thing you're going to have to do is give yourself a command block. Now type in this command, you could also go like this, and you'll get a command block, like so. And then you're going to need to go into your creative inventory and grab yourself a comparator and a repeater. Make sure they're these exact items, okay? Next, you're going to need to type in a few more commands. Actually, two more. One more. So first of all, it's a game rule, command block output, and then false. By the way, I will also be putting these commands in the description, so you can just copy and paste them. Anyways, and also, by the way, this works on any platform, except I'm on PC, so I'm going to be making it look like it's really quick and easy. But you could technically do this on console and any platform, even mobile. I'm just letting you know that. It'll work, but you need to do it the exact way I'm showing you, or else it won't. So basically, you now need to add a scoreboard. So, objectives, add, and then I'm just going to call it lives, but you can kind of call it anything. So, this exact command, type that in, or copy and paste it, depending on what platform you're on. Now, you need it to display that. So depending on what you want, like where you want it to display, if it's sidebar, it'll show right here, as you can see. And if it's list, then it'll show right here. And if it's below name, well, I feel like that's kind of self-explanatory, but you kind of can't see my name, so it doesn't show for you. But if somebody joins this world, then they'll see it above my name. And now, we're going to need to do one last thing. Depending on how many players you have right at this moment, you're going to need to add lives to like each player. So I'm just going to give myself 3. But if I change my game mode right now, if I change my game mode right now, you're going to notice something. I just died, right? But my lives didn't go down. Now, I'm going to show you why that happened, but first you need to type in this command. So depending on what your gamertag is, mine is on Acilicit, so mine's going to obviously be this, but yours will be different. So basically, the reason why we're not losing lives right now is because the game doesn't know that we even have lives. Wait, no, sorry, it knows we have lives, but it doesn't know whether or not to remove them. So basically what this will do is it will tell the game when it needs to remove them. So we're now going to need to type in this command. Okay, you're going to need to go like this and copy the coordinates for this exact location. And then you're going to need to go like this and change this one to be air. And by the way, you don't have to name the command blocks. I just like to do that. So that way, because, you know, like, I end up adding a lot of these command blocks, so. Okay, and then, for this last one, you're gonna need to. Okay, I have no fucking idea why my stream overlay decided to show up here. I'm gonna have to edit my OBS settings later, but I don't feel like re-recording the rest of the video, so please just ignore it. Thanks. Now, I know this makes 0 sense right now, so I'm going to try and simplify it, but basically, from my experience with these commands is unless you use a tag in this part right here, it won't actually remove them. But right now we obviously don't have a tag, so we're going to need to add the tag. So type in this command, You're also going to need to type in your gamer tag. And like I've already said, mine is on Acilicit, so that's what mine is going to be on here. Now, you don't have to do it in this exact way. This is just the way that I prefer to do it. But yeah, so now this will periodically add that tag in case we end up losing our tag. And now, this is where things get a little bit tricky. This is on actually the command that I had to copy and paste. But, sorry, you can't see the full thing. But this is the command that you're going to need. Now basically, anywhere it shows my gamer tag, like this, you're going to need to change that to your name. Okay? And what you want is for this to be set to repeat. So basically this command, repeat, always active, same with this command block. And then these right here can all be fine. Okay, so now we got everything working, but there's one last thing. So if we end up dying, let's say right now, it'll work, right? Okay, we just lost a life. But now let's say we go really, really far away. All right, and we end up getting away from the chunks that are loaded, right? You know what? I'm gonna make this faster. Okay, we're almost there. Just give it a minute. My render distance goes really far. Okay, we should be out of distance from the command blocks now. Now, if we die, you might be wondering, why didn't we lose a life? The reason for that is because the command blocks weren't loaded. So you're going to have to type in one more command. You're going to need to type in this command. That will make it so all these command blocks in this area and a circle around the command blocks are always loaded. So now, let's say we died 2 more times. Okay, we just lost a life. And we just lost another one. And now we got a game over. We're locked in spectator. But that's not all. So now, obviously, if you wanted to be revived, you'd have to do this process. But there is one more thing you can do with this. So, let's say you wanted to add more lives, right? So, for an example, I'm just going to do a quick little thing here. You don't have to add this, but this is just like if you want a little way of getting more lives, which I'm sure you do. So, I'm going to show you how to do this. You're going to need to type in this command. So, depending on what you want the item to be, I want mine to be a diamond. But you can kind of make yours any item you want. But you will have to do it like this. And yes, you will have to type in this painstakingly long command. So now, as you can see, obviously it didn't, like remove anything from our inventories, and that is because we don't actually have anything. Or no, sorry. Yeah, that's because we weren't holding the item. Sorry, I haven't done this for quite a long time, so I'm a little bit slow. Okay, our command is done. Now basically what this will do is it will test and see if anybody is holding a diamond. So obviously we don't just want it to like be so every time you hold the diamond you get a life, because that's kind of cheating, right? We obviously want it to clear the diamonds. So in order for that to happen, we're gonna have to do one more little thing. We're gonna need this can be any block, but I prefer to use cobblestone. We're gonna need to go like this. So we want it to first add the life, right? So let's have one that adds the life. I'm just going to change this to add because for some reason sometimes it doesn't work. So now, every time we hold this, we get a life. But you see the problem here? It's not clearing the diamonds. So we're going to need to add one more command block. Okay. Now I don't think this has to be like this, but I don't know. I think it'll just honestly like work better. So we're just gonna have to edit the command. Run, clear. Now, sadly, this doesn't work with quantity. So if you wanted it to remove a specific amount, yeah, it doesn't work, see? So we're gonna need to do it like this. Oh, and it looks like I did it wrong, actually. You know what? Mojang might have actually changed it, I'm not sure. But from my experience, it didn't work like that before. Okay, well that's, yeah, see? I don't think it's working. There we go. So now, as you can see, every time we hold diamonds, right? But it has to be 4, though. Now, yes, sadly, it will clear all the diamonds you have in your inventory. So if you're holding a stack of diamonds, I'd recommend going like this. Okay? So that way you're guaranteed to only get what you want, and then you could still save all your diamonds. Alright? Now, this is just if you want it so you don't have to painstakingly type in the command every time. Okay? You don't have to add this. I just thought it'd be cool to show you it. But yeah, as you can see, every time we die now, we lose a life. And then if we end up losing enough, then we'll be completely dead. And I could also show you how to add a revive system, but this video is already really long, so. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll be back. Goodbye.